creators, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're doing well. So as you can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you how I hand stitched this beautiful design on my tote bag. So I made this tote bag. I'm going to link the tutorial up here, and I just decided to add something different to it. So yeah, this is wonderful if you have any top, jean, bag that is plain and you want to add something nice to it, then you could just do this. So yeah, this is really beginner friendly. I literally use just hand needle and thread to create this design. So yeah, it has two different types of stitches as well. So if you want to know how I created that, then make sure you keep on watching. Alright, so these are the filling materials that you're going to need. You're going to need the bag, of course. I have a tutorial on how to make this bag. I'm just going to get up there. Then you're going to need two threads. So I wanted to use two different colors for this, but it depends on you. You could use just one color. Then you want to get hand needles. So I would suggest that you have more than one if you're working with two colors of thread. So for this one, I had to go to the cyber cafe to print it out. So I'm going to be showing you how I did that now. Alright, so you just want to go to Canva and then you just want to type out the letters that you're going to be working with. So you want to make sure that you type, like, you go to the font part and you just want to type outline. So you just want to get a font that has an outline so that you have that effect that the letters have. But it depends on you, it depends on what you're going for. If you're going for like a more cursive font, then it depends on you. So yeah, you just want to pick out the font. Then once you pick out the font, you just want to put it on a white background. Well, it doesn't really matter what background it is, but it's just better to do white. So then you want to go to the elements section and then you want to type out heart outline. So yeah, then after you type heart, you just want to choose the heart that works better for you. So as you can see, I just chose the heart that I liked, of course the free one, because I've not really started paying for Canva yet. So after that, I just want to change the color of the heart, and then after that you just want to start duplicating it. You want to press duplicate and just move it around and just change it into three different shapes and three different sizes of a heart, so that you would have three different sizes. So I know that this is quite extra. I even like this is extra, but I don't really know how to draw accurate shapes and lines and everything. So I knew that if I use my hand to do it, it won't come out nice. So I just wanted it to be very good. So that's why I just decided to go with a stencil thing for this. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing. And yeah, that is how I just went. Then I just saved it. And then I just went ahead to print it out. And this is what it looked like. So I printed it out in A4. I just told them that I want it to be in A4 and they just judge it up for me. So then after that, you just want to cut it out. So using your paper scissors, you just want to cut it out, cut the shape out, make sure that it's accurate, and yeah, so that you just cut on the black line. Yeah, that's just that. So you just want to do that for all the letters as well. So for this O, if you want to get the middle part, you just want to fold it into two like this. It's quite simple. Just fold it into two. And as I fold it into two, you're just going to cut only one part, like so. It's just going to be like the half circle that you're going to cut out. So you just want to cut out all the other parts as well. Cut out all the other letters and the hearts. So for the heart, no need to cut out the inside the way I did. Just cut it out like this and it's okay like this. You don't need to cut it out like the way I did. No, okay? Don't stress yourself. It's not worth it. Then once you've cut out all your pieces, you just want to arrange them on the bag like so. Just arrange them and put them the way you want them to be. And then once you're done, you just want to use your marker to just trace out the shapes on the place that you placed them. So you just want to keep in mind that if you're working with fabric that doesn't do well with markers, then don't use markers, just use chalk. But chalk was just looking like too much stress, so I just didn't. The next thing you want to do is, like, you want to put your thread into the needle. I would suggest that you go with another type of thread so that it pops more. Although this one popped because of the colors I used, but I use like all this satin thread, like, what, it will come out really nice because those ones are kind of shiny. This one is kind of. So for this one, you want to put the thread in with on a fold, as you can see, so that you would come up with 4 lines of thread into this. And I hope that makes sense. 4 lines of thread. Then after you do that, you just want to turn it and just tie it at the end so that it doesn't, the thread doesn't come out from the other side. You just want to tie it at the end just to secure that part like so. And then once you're done with that, it's time for us to start doing what we do, which is creating beautiful things. So for the letters, you can start anywhere. So you just want to put your hand into the pocket like so, and just pierce the needle on whatever line, on whatever place you want to start. So you see the outline. You can't really see here, but I could see it. So you see the outline on your fabric. So you just want to bring it out from the inside. Then after that, you just put it in words again like so. Can you see? I just want to leave space there. Of course, you want to leave space, and then you have your first stitch. So for this one, we're going to be working with back stitches so that it would just be neater and it would be more uniform than it would be rather than just. So you just want to leave space and just bring the needle from the inside out or outwards again. And then once you want to backstitch, you just go to the beginning of the first stitch that you made, and then just put it in there like so. Do you understand? So that will just create like a back stitch kind of. Can you see that? So you just want to pull it in from the inside, and voila, you have two stitches, and you can see that they're together, and that's what we want. Okay, that's what we want. So you just want to do the exact same thing. Put your hand inside, bring it out from the outwards, make sure that you're following the line. Okay, so you would notice that here I'm not going on a straight line because I'm following the outline that I've created. So once you bring it out, you just want to put it in back again, and then you repeat the same process until you finish the outline that you've created. So at this point, my thread was becoming too short. So what I did was that I just put it in the middle, and I put it inwards, and then I decided to leave it there, finish that thread there, that color of thread there, and start with the other color. So as you can see, once you just put it in, the color the shape was coming out, so I was happy. So now when you want to finish the thread, like when you want to like cut off the thread, you want to make sure that you tie it, okay, so that it doesn't lose. And do you understand? So you just want to pull it through the lining, and then you would notice that when you want to pull it, like when you want to pull it up, there will be a circle, and you just want to and put the lining and put the needle through that circle. So you want to ensure that it is only the lining that you're putting your needle through. Okay, you don't want to put your needle through the other fabric as well, because that is just going to leave stitches on the fabric that you don't want. So you just want to ensure that it's only the lining that you're passing the needle through. I hope that makes sense. So after that, I just want to cut it all and cut it out, and yeah, that is just that for the first part of this S that we're trying to create. So then after that, when you just want to start a new stitch with a new thread, you just want to follow the outline, of course, and then you want to leave a small space from the last stitch that you created. Okay, you want to leave small space because, of course, we are working with back stitch here, so we're going to be back stitching it. So you just want to pull it through from the inside, and then once you pull it through from the inside, then you're just going to connect it to the last stitch again, like so. Okay, and that's just it. So it's just the same process. So you just continue doing this until you finish the S. So yeah, the S is done and it's looking so nice. I was so happy. I was so hyped. You would notice, but I was very hyped. So of course, here you just want to finish the thread again. Just pull it through the lining, then pull it through the circle there, and just continue this for like 3 times. You want to do this like 3 times until you finally cut the thread. So then after that, next thing to do is to do the other letter. So for the other letter, I did the same thing kind of. I just used the that color of thread to start, and then I stopped at a point, and then I'm just going to change the thread to the pink one. So as you can see, I used two threads for the O, and yeah, I was just feeling myself at this point. Like, it's so easy to do, and it's just a cute, personalized kind of thing. So yeah, try it on whatever thing you have. But yeah, so as you can see now, I wanted the other part of the circle to align with this color thing that I'm doing here. So as you can see, I'm just going to start the other outline of the circle. I'm going to start it with the pink one, and I'm going to stop it where the yellow one, like where the brown one stops. I hope that makes sense. So as you can see, I'm just doing that, and then I'm just doing the back stitching method like that until I finished the outline of the circle. So of course, once I noticed that I'd already gotten to the point where the pink one starts, I just went ahead to change it to the brown thread, and as you can see, I'm just using the brown thread to do that. So yay, the O is ready and it's looking so cute. So then after that, I just went ahead to arrange all the hearts on the pockets, and I just looked at the way I wanted it to be. So then after I already decided on how I wanted to arrange it, I just went ahead to trace out the heart shape like so. Can you see? I just traced it out like so. So to make the heart special, I decided to use the two threads in one. So what I did was that I just got the two threads, right, and I just snipped it. Then after that, I just put one thread each. So I'm just putting it one after the other. So as you can see, I'm just putting the brown one in first. So you would notice that the brown thread is going through to the left direction. So you want to ensure that when you are putting the other thread into, is going in the same direction, okay, so that you don't form an X. Okay, you don't want an X, you want it to be straight. So you just want to put the pink one into within the same direction, and then once you do that, you just want to pull it out. It's going to look like it's going to tangle, but don't worry, it's not going to tangle. You just have to like just adjust it, and yeah, once you adjust it, this is what it's going to be like. So we're going to have four strands of the thread there. Can you see? And to have four strands of thread, and then you just want to pull it and make it even on both sides. And once it's even on both sides, then you're just going to tie it at the bottom like so. So for the heart, you want to ensure that you start at that point there, so that you know it's just easier for you to just now go all the way to the other sides. So for this one, we're going to be doing a different stitch. Okay, we're going to be doing a different stitch for this one. So yeah, let's just get onto it. So the first thing that you want to do is I want to bring the thread out from the inside. Okay, you want to put it in the middle of the heart like I showed you there. You just want to bring the thread out from the inside, and then in order to create the different stitch, you're just going to put your needle at the point of where the thread stops, and then you're going to bring it out. Okay, so you're just going to leave small space there. Can you see? You just want to put it out, then bring it out immediately, leaving small space. Then once you pull it and pull it and pull it, you would notice that it's going to start forming like a circle, right? So you want to ensure that you put your needle into that circle before you now pull it and make it tight. Okay, so you want to put your needle into the circle like so. Can you see? Okay, so you just want to pull it and pull it and pull it. So in order for you to ensure that you put it well, you would notice that it would form this kind of like circle, and the thread would be, you know, outside. So then after you pull it and pull it and pull it through, it's just going to form this like circle kind of thing. I don't. So in order for you to begin again, you just want to take your needle again and put it. So you would notice that there's a hole, right? There's a hole there. So you want to put your needle through that hole, okay? Putting it through that hole, and when and once it comes out from the inside, you just, you know, put it back in. Can you see? So you're going to be leaving small space there, okay? Leaving small space, and then after that, you just want to pull it and pull it and pull it, and then of course you pull it till it forms a circle that is relatively small, and then you just put your needle into the circle like so. So that is just what you want to continue doing. So just keep in mind that you should follow the outline. Okay, following the outline is key, because if you don't follow the outline, then it's not going to, come out well, because it won't form the shape that you want it to form. So yeah, that is just what I did. So it took a long time, I won't even lie. Like, this is actually, it takes a while, honestly, especially if it's like your first time. If you're like a beginner, it's going to take your time, because you're just trying to just fidget it and just make sure that you did this thing. So once you've gotten to this stage now, you will notice that I made like a kind of connection with the hearts. So I wanted the hearts to connect together. So what I did was that I just put the needle into, can you see? I just put it in words, and then I brought it, like, I just put the needle in words. So once the needle is in words, what you are going to do now is that you want to pass the needle through the lining until it comes out from the bottom part of the heart. Okay, so what you just want to do is, I just want to get your needle and you just want to go through the lining. Okay, only the lining. Okay, don't go through the actual fabric, just the lining. Just go under the lining, and then once you go under the lining, you will just position your needle in such a way that put the needle through the lining is going to come out exactly from the bottom of the heart, like so. Can you see that? Very wonderful. So the reason I want to do this is just so that it would look neat, and it won't have any like long stitch lines, unnecessary long stitch lines. So then once you're done, and once you've gotten to the end, to the bottom of the heart, you just want to put the needle into the fabric itself, so that you would come out to the outer part of the bag, like so. Can you see there? So then after that, you just want to do the same stitch that we did for the letters, which is the backstage. So you just want to create small space there, and then after that, you're just going to start your backstage again, like we did. Leave space, bring it out, then put it back in, put it out, then put it back in. So that's what you want to do until you get to the outline, to the middle of the heart, like so. So can you see? So then after that, once you're done with that, that is what it's looking like now. So yeah, you just want to do the exact same thing that you did for the first heart. You just want to do that until you finish up your heart, and then you want to do it for the biggest heart as well. And yeah, that's just that for that. So yeah, this is how it turned out. So simple, cute, and yeah, I really love it, and I hope that you do too. Alright, so that is it for this tutorial. I hope it was easy for you to follow. If you have any questions regarding anything, then you can just leave a comment down below. And if you're going to recreate it, then you can just leave a comment down below as well. Let me know. And make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe if you're not already. And also make sure that you go check out my homepage. I have different playlists and different categories that you can get inspired by. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!